Hi guys, I'm Wmsv's Courtney O'Brien, and I'm lead news producer here at 91.1 Wmsv World Class Radio. So each day I come in and I make the news scripts. So I come in and I actually put in the news that we're going to have for Observations from MSU, which is a 30-minute segment that we have each day from 11:30 to 12 during the week, and we do it during winter break and summer break, and we don't actually stop doing it unless it's a weekend. And in that segment we have cyber, we have local, which I do, business, which sometimes I do, sports, national, international. We'll also have World Cafe during the days. We have the Juke, which airs on weekends. So we've got a lot of stuff happening, and I am in charge of the production of the newscasts as well as DJing when necessary, hopefully not too often, and stuff like that. So each day I come in and I decide what's going to be in the news for the day. So I have to make sure that it's as unbiased as it can be, while still actually getting down to the facts. That way everybody can hear things if they don't subscribe to a newspaper or a news app or whatever. That way we can still get the word out there. So I've been doing this for technically 2 years, but I've been here a little bit longer than that. It's a really great industry to get into because the rest of news is kind of changing right now, and radio station isn't. I mean, it's becoming more digital, but not as much as you might think. So if you work here, you can work at a radio station anywhere and only take like a couple days to learn the ropes, which is good. There really haven't been any surprises along the way of working here because I've been working here longer than the actual internship. But it's a really great group of people, so everybody's real nice. They're friendly, they'll show you how to do things. If you need help, they'll be like, yeah, I've got this, let me show you how. So that's nice. We could definitely use more interns if anybody watching this is interested, because I'm leaving in May and we could always use the help. So what you would be doing as an intern is you would be doing stuff like archiving the news or filling in for somebody, or all the things that the people who actually get paid don't really have a ton of time to do. But we have a snack bar, so, you know, there's incentive here. But everybody's really nice, which is great. You do occasionally have to deal with the union getting deliveries. I'm sure you can hear all that beeping. It's quite irritating when you go to record segments for the news, because you'll have it perfect and then they'll start beeping and it's like, oh my gosh, now I have to do all of it over again. So this working here has made me adjust my career goals a little bit. I work here at the Reflector, at the Starkville Daily, and the Starkville Dispatch. I got around to make sure that I couldn't find anything in comm that I absolutely loved. Out of those things that I've just mentioned, radio is probably the most family-oriented. Like, you can actually be home for holidays, and you can actually be home with your kids, and that's pretty nice. Because the rest of the comm world doesn't usually allow that terribly, which is important to me. I don't know if there's anything that I would have wished that I knew beforehand. You kind of just learn everything along the way. So there's that. But you do build a lot of effective networks that might benefit you in the long run, so that's good. There's a ton of people here who are graduating and going to go into this field, and I know that if I ever went into this field, I'd have somebody to call, like, hey, can you get me a job here? Do you know anybody who's hiring? You know, stuff like that. So let me show you what I do. So I come in each morning, and I go to the newsroom. We work with AP. So I find certain things, you know, like stories, sound bites, stuff like that, and then I load them into an email or something like that, or a Word document. That way I can print them up. Right now I've got a Word document for just a sample document. It's got local and national news. So once it's done, and I've heard all the sound bites and stuff that we're going to use to make sure that they're not cutting off, they're appropriate, you can hear them, it's not a bad copy of the audio, I come over here and I print them. And then once they're printed out, I come over to my other computer in my office. Let me show you my office, by the way. This is a really nice office. It's probably the nicest office I'll ever have. So it's pretty big, and it's all mine. 2 rolly chairs, 2 computers, not a bad setup. So I come in here, and I record things. So this is just me doing local news. This is an intro for, so I write the intros and outros for our DJs to say, oh hey, this is happening on campus, let's go here and see what they have to say. So this is me introing our local news correspondent.
And in campus news, the Be the Leader Collegiate Leadership is taking place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. in the Culford Student Union and in McCool Hall. WMSV's Maggie Thomas has the story.
Mississippi State University.
So that's kind of the main part of my job, doing local news. And then at 11 o'clock, about a half hour before it airs, I'll come in and I'll say, okay, did so-and-so do this? Did they have any problems with this? Do I need to check that? And then I archive the news at the end of the day, so we can put it up on wmsv.mstate.edu. That way you can listen to it, and you can also tune in on our TuneIn app for free. So, hi guys, I'm Courtney O'Brien from WMSV 91.1 World Class Radio. Come intern with us.